Chargers are the last team that want to hear you bitch about it, but it doesn't kind of matter with this squad.
Yeah, but they have a competent OC and a quarterback that's consistent. So at least they could work around some of the issues on the offensive line. It's a big DeMeco Ryans week because he maybe convinced them that they were a good team that they were playing yesterday, and they played down to the level of the Raiders, but they've played up to the level of some of these guys. And when typically it's been a big game for them, which this one feels like a big game, and the opposing quarterback showed up, DeMeco Ryans had something ready for him. So let's see what he has ready for Justin Herbert after what occurred last year. You got to imagine that they're ready for some of those punches. So what does DeMeco Ryans have schemed up, put together? I like the DB matchup for the Texans, and I like the edge rusher matchup, but you're going to have to score some points, and they didn't exactly look like a team that's going to score a whole bunch of points against the Chargers teams kind of feeling themselves on defense.
Yeah, I'm confident that whatever glitches were going on with the defense in this Raiders game was more playing down to the competition. Now, the defensive tackle depth chart thing, we'll see how that plays out. They've got Omari and Hampton back now the last few games. He had a good game against the Cowboys. I do think for the Chargers, this is going from playing the Cowboys this week and then playing the Texans on a short week. That's going to feel like you're putting the donut back onto the bat and swinging it, as opposed to where you go from a hard defense to an easy one. You knock that donut, and this bat feels really light. This is going to be going from like, a 32 ouncer to like a 48 ounce bat for the Chargers offensively too. I'm with you guys in that I think this is the opponent level thing. This has been one where through this streak here, and really even early on when they were losing the games, they were in all those games. Like they were, they were on the field with those teams. Other than the Seattle game, there's not a single game where I felt like the Texans were necessarily outclassed by the other team. They just made mistakes. So I think, and I don't think this is a great home field advantage. I'm guessing there's going to be a lot of Texan fans in the building, given that it's Christmas week. It's LA. It's a good trip. It's a fun trip. Actually, probably cooler temperatures there than are here right now. So I think there'll be a lot of Texan fans in the building. I think the Texans are going to win this game. And I think the defense, even without blindly not knowing who the tackles are going to be for the Texans offensively, I think this is a step-up game for the defense, given just how decimated the Chargers offensive line is.
Is the problem even the tackles? Because, I think what we saw once Trent Brown went out, you notice that they didn't put no Blake Fisher in there. Like, hey, Titus, come back out here. We'll put Jared Patterson. Like, are they doing the musical chairs? Because last time musical chairs happened, people got real mad about that. Like, what does it look like?
I think a lot of that had to do, that had a lot to do with moving Ursary in his very first game over to right tackle. Yeah. So, if that ends up being we'll see.
Yeah, by choice and by necessity are two very different things when they're moving stuff around. When they're doing dumb shit like rotating left guards by choice, like they deserve criticism. If out of necessity you have to play Jared Patterson at left guard, Blake Fisher at left tackle, and Titus Howard at right tackle, like, okay, sorry, you're in that situation. That's what you have to deal with.
Yep. Hi, fellas. Well, it's time to go watch the Colts and see what happens in this thing tonight.